Good morning, good afternoon and good evening. My name is Jake and welcome back to the channel. In today's video I am going to be unboxing and giving my first impressions on these, my new toys. These are adjustable dumbbells by Muscle Squad, alright? And I've had my eye on these for quite some time and I really wanted to add them to my gym setup that I have there in the garage. And just recently, it's been my birthday. They came down ever so slightly in price, so I thought, why not treat myself? And yeah, so today we're going to be taking a look at them. As you can see, they're still in their original packaging. Link in the description below, by the way, to the weights themselves. I bought them from Amazon. So first bit of information, I bought them and they retailed at £400. So you'll have to get a converter for euros or dollars or what have you, depending on the country you live in. They have currently gone back up to £475. That is for a pair, okay? And I have bought a pair. What you see in front of you now is the single dumbbell. So you have the weight and the actual handle and the tray that the dumbbell will sit in this box here. But if you buy them as a pair, you will get two of these boxes and two of these boxes, okay? So at the moment, £475, which sounds like a lot, and it is. However, the beautiful thing about these adjustable dumbbells is they go from 2.5 kilograms all the way up to 32.5 kilograms, which for someone like me is more than enough. So just looking on Amazon's page, the store page for these dumbbells, the weight increments are as follows. It actually says, it's a bit misleading because it does say it adjusts from 2.5 to 32.5, and then if you scroll down a little bit more on the page, it tells you that the weight range is 5 kilograms to 32.5 kilograms. I guess we'll find that out in today's video. And then the increments go up in 2.5, so 5, 7, 5, 10, 12, 12.5, 15, etc, etc. Okay, so really ideal for making progress. You know, small little increments, and you know it'll be good for building muscle, strength, stamina, all that good stuff. And I'm really looking forward to opening. I've had my eye on them for a long time. I hope I'm not going to be disappointed. I mean, when you think about it, £475, although I bought them for 400. For essentially 65 kilograms of weight isn't bad because think of it like this. If you've got your own gym, okay, or you, like me, you work out in your garage, you're probably not going to have the space for a rack and every single dumbbell in pairs from 2.5 all the way up to 32.5, because that's going to be an insane amount of weight and you're just not going to have the space. So and if you add all that together as well, I guarantee it will exceed the cost of these weights. So, yeah, let's get them open. Now, I do want to be careful because if they are damaged in any way, shape or form, then of course I'm going to have to send them back. So I promise you, this is the first time opening them. I've had them for about a week. I bought them from Amazon. It was Prime delivery, so I got them within, I think I actually got them in 2 days. It wasn't the next day delivery. But still, to have them within 2 days of ordering, I still think is pretty good. Alright, so that's that done. They are really well packaged, so I'll be surprised, let's say, if they are damaged in any way. So that's that one open. I think that should just, I mean they're heavy. Yeah, that just slides off. Yeah, good packaging. And what I like about that is I've not had to rip it apart. So kudos to you, Muscle Squad. So if we do need to send it back, we can actually use the original packaging. So what do we have in here? Okay. Get off. What I'm going to do, put this on the floor while we have a look at this smaller box. So again, pretty well packaged. It comes in, each weight comes in their own polythene bag, and little bit of like thin packaging just for protecting, like kind of like polystyrene material. There is weight number 1. They are steel, not plastic. So that's something you need to take into consideration if you're having it in a home gym setup that might be exposed to elements during the winter. For instance, my garage, it gets really cold in there. There can be ice build-up, especially when it gets to sub-zero temperatures. So during the winter, a little bit of equipment care means I have to pretty much cover everything up with sheets in order, otherwise it'll just rust. So if you are going to pick these up, that's something to consider. I do believe you can get plastic versions of these weights, not from Muscle Squad, although you might be able to. But yeah, and they're a little bit cheaper as well. I think that's it. I don't think there's anything else in this box. No, just sits in a polystyrene housing that then goes inside the actual cardboard box itself. And again, really impressed. Didn't have to break anything. There's no mess there, which in this day and age, when it comes to packaging, is unheard of. So here are the plates. Pretty well put together. Pretty nice, actually. Nice finish. There's a couple of scuffs just on the ends, just there, but you can hardly see them really. I mean, if you're lifting weights, they're going to take a degree of punishment anyway. Excuse me. So over time, they're going to naturally get scuffed, and nothing can be new forever after all. Just have a quick inspection of them all. Now, it doesn't say how heavy each of these are actually on the plate itself. Let me just check the packaging. Okay, so on here, it just says this box contains the handle, the base tray, which it doesn't because that's in there. In fact, both packaging has the same information on, but it says 2 pieces are at 1.25 kilograms, 4 2.5 kilograms, and 4 3.75 kilograms. But I've got to be honest with you, boys and girls, these feel a lot heavier than, round it up, 4 kilograms. So I'm not sure. Suppose, let's just add it up. So 4, 8, 12, 16. Yeah, right. Well, that's what's in the small box. Let's open the big box, and hopefully there might be some destructions, Idiot's Guide, in how to put this thing together. Right, let's see if this one's as easy to open as the little box. Over, I think. That's better. Go. Nice. Nice, like it. Definitely scoring points. Packaging. What's this? Bit of safety information, care and maintenance, and I do believe there is an assembly guide in there too, so we'll have a look at that. We have the tray. So this is the plastic, by the way, so it's a plastic tray, and the dumbbell just sits into this tray, and we'll have a look at it once it's all put together. But I believe from what I've seen online, you can just adjust the dials on the end of the dumbbell and adjust the weight accordingly, and then lift it up, and then you should be good to go. Put it on top there. Okay, so now we have, crikey. Yeah, that is heavy. We have the main weight itself. Wow, that is heavy. There must already be the bulk of the weight attached to it. A little bit of polystyrene at the bottom. I'm just going to put that on the table as it is because I don't want to mark the table because the missus will kill me. In fact, we'll take it out of this bag. Oh, it's a warm day. You know, the sun isn't shining today. In fact, it's very, very overcast. But it's bloody warm. So, what do we have here then? Well, in fact, I'm not going to hold it for too long because the bulk of the weight is on here. I'll say there's probably, I'd say about 20 kilograms on here, just feel at the moment with the weight, which makes sense actually, because then you'd have an extra 12.5 kilograms split over 4 weights, which would then get attached onto here. So actually, yeah, that makes sense. But you got the Muscle Squad branding here, and this is the dial that you adjust to to change the weight. Looks like there's a little red button there. That's probably something that needs pressing as well, and it's the same on the other side. Gonna put that down because that is really heavy. Okay then, so let's have a look-see through the idiot's guide. Okay, so care and maintenance, it says to store the equipment in a dry environment and should not be stored outdoors. I guess that's self-explanatory. It actually says do not store it in a garage or an outbuilding. Well, I am going to be, but like I say, I'm going to be covering them over. Check equipment before use, blah, blah, blah. Make sure it is assembled correctly and the bolts are not loose. Again, straightforward stuff when putting this kind of stuff together yourself. Okay, so press the safety lock. While the dumbbell is resting on the dumbbell tray, press and hold the red safety lock to engage the unlocked position, which is that. So I guess we've got to put it in its tray. It might have made sense to have done that first, actually, rather than stick it back in the polystyrene. Yes. Okay, that slots in nice and easy. So that's what it kind of looks like when it's in its stowed position. Right. Press the safety lock. Press and hold to engage the unlocked position. Does it not stay down? Or do I have to do something? Okay. Select the desired weight and adjust the weight selector dial as the safety lock is held in the unlock position. Right, so with that button there, it doesn't lock into position, you just have to hold it and adjust the weights at the end accordingly. Placement of weights. Okay, so that's the bottom one just there, placement of weights. The direction of the plate slot has to be placed in position as illustrated in the diagram to the right. So if you imagine this like as a horseshoe shape, the cutout is facing uppermost. The handle has to be adjusted to the lightest marking when there is no weight plate before it can be inserted into the plates. Right. Okay, so both sides want to be even. It's currently on its max of 32.5. Of course, it's not 32.5 because we need to figure out how to install these. Just actually looking at the handle itself, it's got a nice solid rubber grip on the middle. Seems well put together. I can't see initially anyway any visual defects with the actual product itself. There is like a cog mechanism on both sides. It looks like there's a little bit of light grease being put in there just for the smooth operation, because things are going to be turning when you're adjusting and stuff like that, which is great to see. But I guess if you pick this up, you can kind of look after all that kind of stuff yourself over time, you know, by replenishing it with maybe a little bit of oil, a bit of grease every now and then, especially if it starts to stick. So right, let's try and figure out how to take all this apart. so that's out. All right, okay, so if you push the button in, it actually, one side adjusts both sides, if that makes sense. So 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, 7, 5, 8. What's that? Oh yeah, right. 5, 7. Start at 5, 7, 5, 12, 5, 17, 5, 22.5, 27.5, 32.5, and then it goes to 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Right, so you can go up in 5s or 2.5s, however you want it to be. I'm just gonna, just so I can get this out and start to have a good look at it, I'm gonna set it to its lightest position, which according to this dial here is 5. So does that mean when I lift it up, it's just 5 kilograms? There you go, just easy as that. Easy as that. So now that on its own is a 5 kilogram weight. Much more manageable for me. Reps for Jesus. Gotta love a bit of Dumbbells. Right, so we'll leave that out, and I guess we can just put these in like so. So there is a little hole at the bottom. I just want to make sure I've got these absolutely right way around. That little cutout there is facing outwards, so it's important to get these the correct way round. And I guess that just slots in like so. One that side, or two this side. Gotta say, I'm very impressed with how, so far, this has been very straightforward for even a buffoon like me. Right, so that's all the weight currently stowed in the stand. I think that's kind of everything you need to know. It is that straightforward. A doddle. This is where I put this back now and try and lift it up with weight on it, and it all just falls apart, isn't it? Okay, so reading this here as well, where I mentioned earlier on, where it says the handle has to be adjusted to the lightest marking when there is no weight plate before it can be inserted into the plates. I believe what that means is the lightest marking, which is 5, it has to be at that setting before you can slot it back in to these weights. Okay, so we'll put it back in, and I'm guessing that's just for safety. That slots in like so. So let's push in the safety lock button, and let's go for 7.5 kilograms. And there you go. It picks up the end plates from the cradle here, and that is now a 7.5 kilogram weight, and it's secure. It clunk. You might be able to hear that. It does clunk a little bit, but to be fair, in my experience, weights at the gym, they tend to clunk anyway. As The Rock would say, clanging and banging like a madman. So can they go back in now? Is that straightforward? There you go, straightforward. So let's go big. Go big or go home. Just to show you, you cannot adjust it without pressing this safety lock first. Pressing the safety lock, and we will go to 32.5. So this is the max you can have on this dumbbell. So this could be embarrassing. I'm gonna try and lift it. Oh my goodness me. Yes, that's 32.5 kilograms. So this is 5 kilogram increments. So now I've got 10. This is, so it's gone from, I started off 7.5 to 32.5. Now this is just 10 kilograms. Okay, so as you can see, it's taken the second weight in from the outside. I'm going to switch arms here because I've been doing arm curls on my right arm for the duration of this video. So yeah, not bad. Still a little bit clunky, but it feels sturdy enough. I don't feel worried that these weights are going to fall off and hit me on the foot at any minute. So that's good. So there you have it. An unboxing of the Muscle Squad adjustable dumbbell. And we've just kind of shown that it doesn't go to 2.5. So I don't know why it says 2.5 on their website. It's kind of misleading. because it says 5 to 32.5 and it also says 2 to 32.5. Adjust from 2.5 kilograms to 32.5 kilograms. I don't know how you could make that any lighter than 5 kilograms. But I gotta say to you, boys and girls, I'm impressed with them. I certainly think for £400, which is what I picked them up for as a pair, I will go. In fact, I might go get the pair in a minute and just have them side by side. I think it's worth it. If you think you're going to get use out of it, that's important. Before I go any further, probably should have said this at the beginning of the video, not being endorsed in any way, shape or form by Muscle Squad. I just wanted to make this video just for fun and just to educate and show you boxes of behave. Just to educate you all, for anybody that may have had their eye on this particular product or a similar product that is wondering what they look like and how they operate, and a short and sweet video. And I guess I will be making use of these. Okay, I'm certainly going to get my money's worth. I've been a little bit lazy in recent weeks / months. Haven't been doing as much gym work as what I would like to be doing, and I'm hoping, I'm not hoping, I know these will give me that kick up the backside I need to get myself back in there and start lifting some weight again. And they're going to replace my current dumbbells, which weren't ideal. In fact, I will show you what they're going to replace. Hang fire. Okay, so this is what my new adjustable weights are going to replace. Now this, of course, on its own is just a bar. About 5 kilograms of weight here by MirrorFit. I picked these up about a year ago-ish for about £60. Again, from Amazon. Because I needed some dumbbells that could accommodate, or rather I needed a bar that can accommodate the dumbbells that have the 2-inch cutout in the centre, rather than the 1-inch cutout that a lot of weights on the market provide or have. And obviously these are kind of what you get in a more traditional gym. So I wanted to buy this, so then I essentially had a dumbbell. Okay, and they're fine, and I've used them plenty of times. The problem is, once you add a bit of weight, I could probably do this on the table. They also come with safety collars, so you don't need to buy extra safety collars. Not these particular ones, but they do come with their own. It's like steel chrome finish, similar to the bar. So once you've got it all made up, that's a 2.5 weight, that's a 2.5 weight, that's a 5 kilo weight. So that's now essentially altogether 10 kilograms. Okay, so if you want to do a dumbbell, if you want to do an arm curl or a hammer curl or a shoulder press or anything, like a single arm bent over row or whatever, with that dumbbell you can do that. But you will notice, as I am lifting this, things stick out and protrude. Okay, so if I've got two of these and I'm two at the same time, they have a tendency to catch and knock each other. Now that's not like the biggest issue in the world with these. If anything, it encourages you to do better form, so you're not kind of swaying it all over the place, and you're improving your core as well. The problem is, now if you imagine me now sat down on a bench and I'm about to press these weights above my head, after a while you're naturally going to become fatigued, and so what you tend to do is you tend to rest them on your knees until you're ready to launch them up. Now if you've got, say, 20 kilograms or 25, massive cobweb between that weight. Okay, I digress. So say you've got 20 kilograms plus, okay, on this weight, and then you've got another one here, and then you're sat on a bench and you've got them resting on your knees. You've got a very small surface area there and a lot of weight going through that bar into your leg, and it can be really uncomfortable. Okay, so then you launch them up, like that line, and then you would press it, yeah? And then once you come down, you want to rest maybe, and you put it back on your knee. Okay, so after a while it becomes a bit sore and a little bit uncomfortable. Okay, so that's why I identified the adjustable weights as a replacement, and I thought, you know, they're going to be ideal replacements. And I think, looking at them, that's exactly what they'll be. I apologise for turning my back to camera right now, but if we just get the main handle back, you'll see that it's nice and flush. So once that's, you're still going to, of course, going to have weight going through into your leg type of thing when you sat down, but it's just going to be a little bit more comfortable, okay? And the weight isn't going to be quite so far away. So when you launch it and press it, and you can bring it back down again for a rest, you know, I can just imagine it. Well, I know, I can't even imagine it. I know for a fact it will be a lot more comfortable to use this as opposed to this. And so there you have it, folks. A quick unboxing and initial impressions of the Muscle Squad adjustable dumbbell. So just a quick recap of everything that we've just covered in this video, nice and quick. They're currently retailing on Amazon, in the UK that is, for £475. That is for the pair, okay? You can buy them in singles, but for the pair, it's £475. It might be worth just waiting every now and then and checking back every couple of weeks, every couple of months, and seeing if they come down in price. Like I said, I got my pair for £400, which I think, looking at what I've now got in front of me, I'm quite happy with that purchase. These weights are ideal for people that have their own gym setups in their home. They can be adjusted from 5 kilograms all the way up to 32.5 kilograms. Okay, and you can just see by looking at them, they save an incredible amount of space. Now, there are cheaper alternatives out there by some margin actually, but you might not get quite as much weight as what you get with this particular product. Some of the ones I've seen only go up to like 25 kilograms, which, if that is suitable for you, now of course that is what you should go for, okay? I personally think I will get more benefit from these weights, although what I will say is Muscle Squad do have a slightly heavier version of this that goes up to 40 kilograms, although at the moment I think that's like £550. Now, when I was essentially buying this, I did consider just spending that extra cash just to have that extra weight, but then I looked at it and I kind of thought about it logically. £150 for essentially 7.5 kilograms of weight per dumbbell extra. To me, that wasn't really worth it. So yeah, if you've got your own setup, I really do recommend this if you're gonna get the use out of them. If you're gonna buy them and you're kind of like a casual gym goer, and you're only gonna use them maybe once a fortnight, once in a blue moon or whatever, when the gym's closed because reasons, you know, or maybe it's a bit cold and dark and it's the winter and you don't really want to go out to the gym and you want to think, actually, I'm going to go and do some training at home. I've got to be honest, this is probably going to be overkill and a bit of a waste of money for you if that's your circumstance. But again, repeating myself a little bit now, but if you work out at home as I do, and you're going to be working out 3-4 times a week or whatever, then yeah, absolutely. Save up, take the plunge, and treat yourself like I did. So that is today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave a like, subscribe. If you've got any questions about the weights, then by all means post them in the comment section below. I will probably post a video in the next coming weeks of me actually putting these weights into practice and actually doing a workout with them, just so you can see them, you know, in full operation as a kind of follow-up video to today. But again, that will be in a few weeks from now. Thanks as always for watching. You've been awesome. I've been About Average, and I will see you on the next video. Doodle pip.